like Bob Feller, Bob Gibson, Ted Williams, Yogi Berra, and our own Bob Boone have all participated in American Legion baseball over the years. In fact, 39 ex-Legion players are in the Baseball Hall of Fame. All the inductees, Nellie Fox, Phil Necro, Tommy Lasorda, in 97, who went into the Cooperstown Wall, were involved in Legion ball as well. And here in this inning, a chance for more history to be made, at least for Medford's sake. In the sixth, Kevin Fault leads things off. 3 homers throughout the national competition so far for the left fielder. Still hitting over 300 for the year in this national event. Top of the sixth, 8-4 game. Medford in great shape to take home the national championship.
You know what's great about this game, Dave, is that these kids have been playing. They've all played over 70 games this summer. They've been traveling. They've been in a regional tournament, then had to come right from the regional tournament here, start this tournament up. They're into playing 6 hours on the last game, and they don't even know they're supposed to be tired.
I think we're more tired than they are.
I'm telling you, this is an amazing game. Watch these kids. These catchers are caught every inning. Pitchers throwing 2 games.
Chaz Lytle, the third pitcher of the game for Sanford, post 53 from Florida. Along with Jeremy Frost, the battery right now for the Floridians, but they're in some trouble. Brian Fatchett is up, 1 down, top of the 6th. Fatchett 6 home runs in the national event to lead the way for all the power hitters. In this game, the magic hasn't been there with a couple strikeouts.
And amazingly, coming in, we really predicted Oregon to score some points, and a big part of that is Follett and Fatchett, and they've been pretty quiet in this game.
Struck out swinging in the second, flew out to left in the third, and also went down hacking in the fourth. 1 down in the 6th. Swung on and missed again. Gets away from Frost initially. Fires down to first. Todd Williams puts that away for out number 2 in the 6th. Third time now. Fatchett's gone down swinging.
Well, it shouldn't dampen his tournament. He's had a great tournament. He's had a great summer. And he's on his way right now to the national championship. And we'd like to finish it off with a great game, but these days happen.
Dorman shot right to Eubanks center field. Froze it in his tracks. Post 53. An easy inning. Good job by Lytle out of the bullpen. Still an 8-4 lead for Medford of Oregon.
Long time to get Beckler out of there, and this is their chance. They know they can score runs. They've scored them consistently throughout the tournament, throughout their Legion program in Florida. They're very confident. There's no give up in this Florida team. They know they have to be patient, put the ball in play, put it in the other way.
Rod Ferguson looking for the first ever American Legion World Series national title for his post 53 team. 1 more on base, and all of a sudden the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Paulo Silva, the right fielder.
They need to get a little closer, and then anything can happen.
0 for 2 so far. Bottom of the 6th inning. We're playing 7 in this national title game. Tapper down the first baseline, but it's fouled.
So many big innings are created by little mistake, little nubby hits. You know, the first baseman couldn't handle Farrell's ball, and you get a topper. That's what big innings are made of. And then all of a sudden, somebody hits a bomb, somebody makes an error.
Chaz Lytle, just 16 years old, from Lake Mary, Florida. Big opportunity for him. Ground ball towards second. Mayben has problems with it. Throw to first, not in time. And Chaz Lytle able to beat it out. An error by second baseman Nate Mayben, and that really hurts because suddenly Paulo Silva comes up representing the tying run.
The 2 youngest players in the tournament were involved right there. They've been in for his defense. It's a nervous time here. He's not been in a national championship at 16 years old. Let the ball play him a little bit. Panic trying to pick it up. That happens. Errors happen, but as I said, this is what big innings are, how they're created.
Frost, Farrell, and Lytle now all aboard. Silva, big hack against Big Hans Smith. Powell so far 0 for 2. Ground out to second. Also a fly out in this game, but the average still way up there, near 400.
And a junior in high school facing a sophomore in college.
Big difference in the age there, but it's inside and low, and counting it's up ball and a strike.
Big difference in experience, but this is what this program's all about, building experience for these young men.
One pitch. Curveball floats right in there. Silva was completely crossed up on that one. And now, you know it's getting to be white knuckle time in each of the dugouts. Sandy Kensinger thought he had this thing pretty much wrapped up after Beckler's incredible effort. Suddenly, bases loaded, no one out.
Silva's our student. He needs to put this ball in play. Very important. You got the left-hander coming up, trying to get to Raines with less than 2 out.
He's got the big opportunity now. Shot hit toward third, goes right by Fatchett. 1 run comes in, and they will score 2, and suddenly it's a 2-run game. Frost, Farrell come on home, and things changing mightily here in the late going from Rapid City, South Dakota. Stay with us. No one out, and it's 8-6.
That's a bullet. Hit past Bassett. One of the things that happens right here is Lytle's going to second. He's standing on second base right now. He probably couldn't have gone to third, but he just stopped at second and conceded third base.
So now Silva at first base. Lytle is at second, as Bob said. And Philip Eubanks, the leadoff hitter, center fielder, who has scored 2 runs. A walk in the third, a single in the 5th, and both times came home. Thanks to Tim Raines Jr. home runs. Two men on for Eubanks. So this game far from over, as we mentioned. There's a lot of time to go. And Smith has had his problems. Of course, the error from second baseman Nate Maben didn't help out much.
And what they need right now is these 2 base runners need to be aggressive. They've got to look for a ball in dirt to get themselves in scoring positions. And Chaz Lytle at second base has a real minimal lead.
Fly ball, fairly short. Peterson to his right, able to put it away. And the runners will not advance. The first out of the inning, finally recorded by the Medford Mustangs, but look who's stepping up with 2 men on, and he represents now the go-ahead run. It's Tim Raines Jr. with 2 2-run homers already in this game. Can there be a third?
Well, there certainly can be a third, but Smith knows that Raines has hit 2 balls, monster shots, and he's got to be very careful here. The runners have got to be very aggressive, and they've got to get a lead. They've got to look for this ball to be in the dirt because Smith's going to pitch Raines very carefully. They've got to look to advance here.
Silva at first, and Lytle takes his lead off second base. So now the intensity really on the rise here in Rapid City. Last time up, it was a curveball. The second time he went deep off Beckler, and the second time it was a curve. That was an absolute rocket. Hit 391. This a rocket as well. Shot hit to left, but right it followed and puts it away. Tim Raines Jr. got all that one, hit it hard. That's the second out of the inning.
This can be a very frustrating game. Raines did everything he possibly did everything correct. And it's not how hard you hit him, it's where you hit him. He hit it right up, right at the left fielder. That's why baseball's hard. That's why you fail several times out of 10.
And I think we heard that sigh of relief coming from the Medford dugout as well.
You know that. You know that.
Rod Ferguson knowing that was awfully close. Still 2 men on with 2 down. Ground ball hit toward first. That gets right by him. Walker has problems with it. Scoring on this play is Lytle. He's in. Another run crosses the plate as Chaz Lytle head first slide scores. It's a 1-run game on that shot. Hit right to first baseman Sean Walker, had problems with it.
This is a bullet. He hits. Newfield hits. Chaz Lytle got a very poor jump at second base. An accurate throw here. If his ball's a little further, Lytle's going to be out at the plate. He had a short lead and got a very poor secondary.
Now Clyde Williams comes up with 2 down. Good play made there by Rich Dorman to keep the ball in front of him, because that's the tying run. An error is charged on that last play to Sean Walker.
This has gotten very interesting. As soon as Beckler got out of that, Florida was been licking their chops waiting for it.
And Silva represents the tying run now at third base. Good breaking ball.
We know Florida has been a tremendous hitting team the entire tournament and the entire summer, and Beckler just stopped them. All of a sudden, we're seeing those good swings starting to come back.
Clyde Williams has been a big power hitter and a huge part of the Sanford offense throughout the national tournament. He struck out 3 times swinging in this game, but that was against Steve Beckler. Now he faces the left-hander Hahn Smith. Breaking ball, big swing and a miss.
And Rod Ferguson's getting a little frustrated with Williams. He preaches, just put it in play the other way. You need a hit right now. You don't need the home run.
Tying run at third base. High drama in Rapid City. And Smith really reared back and tried to blow that one right by the hitter, Clyde Williams.
It was a little better swing by Williams. Didn't try to get the head out front. He was just going to hit the ball where it's pitched.
That is a first and third. Neufeld at first. Silva at third. It's a strikeout, but it gets away from the catcher, Dorman, and Silva scores the tying run. Can you believe it? Hahn Smith got the job done with a strikeout. But Clyde Williams is able to take first base when it gets away from the catcher, Rich Dorman. And it's misery suddenly in the Medford dugout. And what had been such a great night to this point, this game is tied up.
Williams kept chasing. He finally chased one that's bad enough that the catcher couldn't even catch it. What a huge play.
4 runs come across the plate in this, the 6th inning. That's a deep fly ball hit by Lausma. Down the line, gone! Holy mackerel, Chris Lausma goes deep. An incredible rally in the 6th inning by Sanford, post 53, and they've taken a lead. Now, Bob Boone, you talked about great fundamental hitting, power the other way. Don't try to pull the ball. Stay with the pitch, and that is a perfect example of what Chris Lausma just did. Beckler can't believe what he's seen.
Florida waited patiently for Beckler to get out of there so that they could put their A game on the field. They got a ton of breaks with some errors, number base hits, and then all of a sudden, wham, and the game is turned completely around. Florida had scored 12 against Oregon earlier in this year in the series, and they're coming back trying to do it again, and they have all the confidence in the world they can.
Events in the 6th inning, thanks in part to that guy. Chris Lausma went deep with a 3-run homer with 2 down, part of a 7-run 6th inning. And suddenly Florida, which was down 8-4 going into that bottom of the 6th, with just 2 at-bats left in a 7-inning game for the national championship, they've got the lead, and just as quickly are 3 outs away from winning it all. Chaz Lytle on the mound, Smith up there, ground ball hit right at Neufeld, darts to his left and fires across the diamond at time, big out, and 1 down.
That was a terrific play.
How quickly things can turn around. And Chaz Lytle, the third pitcher, who started this game off as the team's DH. 8 years of coaching. The Medford Mustangs, American Legion team from Oregon. How frustrating this must be for Sandy Kesner. Still, there is a couple of outs to go. Ryan Pearson, team's right fielder, is single to left in the 2nd. Also flew out and walked. Hitting a robust .415. One of these teams will succeed Yardley, Pennsylvania as the national champion. They won it all last year. In 1998, the event goes to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a tapper right at the middle. Goes by Lytle. Neufeld will not grab that one. Goes by him, and Tim Raines Jr. alertly will zip out into short left center field to make sure There'll be no more advancing for Ryan Peterson. He's got a single with one down. So Nate Maven comes up. Team down by 3. The tying run still in the dugout. Maven has got to feel like a lot of the weight is on his shoulders. Had a crucial error in that huge 7-run rally in the 6th inning for Sanford. Pitch out outside from Chaz Lytle. Bob Boone is making his way down to the field. He'll be talking with the winning coach and star player. Breaking ball over the inside part of the plate. An amazing moment for Sanford, an absolute complete disappointment so far for Medford in the last inning and a half. Bouncer toward Raines, backs up on it, has problems with it, and his flip toward Neufeld gets away. Watch out. Another error by a second baseman, this time from post 53. And all of a sudden, the tying run does come to the plate with one down. Tim Raines Jr. on that tapper towards second, having problems. Let the ball play him. Remember, by nature, he's an outfielder. And then very unwisely at the last moment, tried to flip that to Neufeld to get his man. So Maven is on. One second baseman commits the error against another. Now Nate Philo comes up. And we know he can go deep. Philo had an incredible first game of this championship day doubleheader. That included a home run to right center in the 3rd inning of that first game. There will be a meeting of the minds with Sanford now to talk things over. How do you pitch to Nate Philo? He's been something else. And at this point, certainly would be one of the leading candidates to be the MVP of this American Legion National Tournament. Some of the best amateur baseball players assembled here in Rapid City. It's been exciting to watch. What a rally from the Floridian Stars. Good pitch by Lytle, and try to keep the ball outside, perhaps, on Nate Philo. 1 for 2 in this game. Philo scored 2 runs. He singled and walked. Also walked in the 5th. To the count. Chaz Lytle works on the toughest hitter in the order. And Bob Boone, you're on the field. What's the mood like? You're close to that Medford dugout. All of a sudden, they can perhaps rally here. We'll get to Bob in a moment. First, the exciting action. Inside. A little bit tight on Nate Philo. The count now moves to 2-2. Ground out to first in the 1st. Infield single, scored a run in the 4th as well. Tapper back to the mound, Lytle. Fires to 3rd, allows him for 1, and that is the 2nd out. So you got the toughest hitter.
He wanted that out. He got the toughest one.
Fielder's choice play, and a good one by the suddenly ace relief pitcher who had been the DH most of the way in this game. Tapper right up the middle, and Bob Boone, he made the right play there.
Well, he certainly did. He wanted it out, and he just went for the 1.
Now Chavez is up. Ground ball towards second. Raines up with it, flips to first. In time, hits all over from Rapid City.
We're going to get the 3rd baseman and the coach.
ESPN baseball crew, my broadcast analyst Bob Boone, and the great job for the American Legion crew here in South Dakota this week. This is Dave Ryan saying so long from Rapid City. Big victory goes to Florida 11-8 over Oregon tonight.
Florida is the hotbed of youth baseball. The latest proof came this week in South Dakota when the comeback kids won their World Series, and then they met today with Buddy Pittman.
They have gained the reputation of being the comeback kids. The Sanford Post number 53 team, comprised mostly of players from Seminole, Lake Mary, and Oviedo high schools, now reigns supreme as the American Legion World Series champions.
Oh, I don't think it's all sunk in. I think it's going to take some time, but I'm real happy for the kids. It's just a great accomplishment, and they've come together over the course of summer and built a lot of character.
In the district, area, state, and regional tournaments, it took must-win victories by the Sanford team in order to advance to the American Legion World Series in Rapid City, South Dakota, a trend that was relived in the championship game. Down 8-2 in the 5th inning to the team from Medford, Oregon, the comeback kids rallied. Tim Raines Jr. launching his second 2-run homer of the game.
I felt that we need a little lift for our team, and I guess just me stepping up and just do the job and thinking about how I can help the team to come out on top. And I just felt that I just had to go up there and step my game up and just go out there and play hard.
Then Chris Lausma added a 3-run shot, and there was no stopping the comeback kids from Seminole County. A tournament that started with 5,004 teams, and Sanford Post number 53 had captured the American Legion World Series title.
Oh, I was on air. I was in the clouds somewhere. Oh, it felt so great.
You couldn't ask for any more as a coach. You know, even if we had lost the last game, you couldn't ask any more of this as a coach. I mean, they're just great kids.
To go along with their championship, the team will be invited to the Major League World Series and also have their jersey, hat, and team photo go on display at the Hall of Fame. Buddy Pittman, News Channel 2 Sports.
Wouldn't be surprised if some of them actually play in the Major League World Series one day. A 5-hour rain delay interrupted play at